Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing my most complimented perfumes. My most complimented, I know I did this like last year or I don't know, a while ago I did this video, but I wanted to redo the list because I always get asked by mostly girls, they want to know what are my most complimented fragrances. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And I quickly want to say, I am so freaking excited because I am hosting my first ever meet and greet in New York City at the Parfums Demi Boutique. So I actually cannot believe it. It feels like a little bit of a dream, to be honest. I want to meet you all. So I would love it if you could come. Obviously, if you can't, that's totally fine. There will be other opportunities in like the future, and I would love to meet all of you. So it would mean a lot if you guys could come. It's going to be hosted, like I said, at the Parfums de Mali Boutique on November 5th. I'm also going to be in New York City for Scent Explore, which is Max 40's fragrance event, which is going to be epic, and I can guarantee like tickets are probably almost sold out, to be honest. So I will leave the link to Scent Explore. That's going to be on November 2nd. It's going to be a beautiful like exhibition of niche fragrances, influencers like me and Jeremy and Cubano, Red Essence, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, like loads of us are going to be there. So it's going to be fantastic. So anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. We're gonna be doing my most complimented fragrances. So one that I get complimented on still to this day all the time, Flora Botanica from Balenciaga. To me, I really enjoy this fragrance a lot. I've heard some people say it can give them a little bit of a headache, but to me it doesn't. It's fresh, rose, crisp, a little bit powdery, a little bit green. To me it smells like a dewy garden, like a dewy sweet garden. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. And what I love about this fragrance is that it is fresh. It's definitely got fresh quality to it for sure. It's not sweet and heavy and thick and dense. It's fresh, but it lasts forever. Like it lasts forever on my skin, which I love. And the whole point of this fragrance is that it gives me a lot of compliments. I don't really care about compliments. I'm just going to quickly disclose that. I don't give a crap about compliments. I used to when I was younger, like when I first got into fragrances, when I was a bit younger, I wanted to wear fragrance to get compliments and to appeal to others. But now I just really don't care about it. So again, these complimented sort of videos are more for you guys, not really for myself, but there you go. Flora Botanica, Balenciaga, crazy compliments from this one. Moving on. Okay, this one might seem a little bit weird, but if you guys know me, you know that I like to wear men's fragrances as well as women's fragrances. So this is Versace Eros. But saying that, I do feel like a lot of you girls watching would probably like this fragrance. So give it a try. Like give it a little smell, see if you like it, see if you would want to wear it yourself, because I've been complimented so much on this fragrance that it's insane, like absolutely insane, and I did not expect it. Yeah, it is really fantastic. It's sweet, a little bit aromatic, a little bit fresh. It's just divine. And I used to not really like this fragrance because I thought it was like really loud and obnoxious, but it works the charm. If you want to get complimented, this actually works a charm. So Versace Eros, the men's one, love it. I really love it. I love it on a man. I love it on a woman. It's so good. Okay, so next up is my little baby. This is Gris Dior from Christian Dior. And I actually feel like this will be probably one of the first bottles that I've ever finished in like a year. There's two bottles that I've like almost finished, and it's Gris Dior and Delina. It's just, I don't know, like obviously like having so many fragrances, I don't have like a massive collection like where it's got like 1,000 plus or anything. I've got around 170, maybe around there. And still, this is one that I just pull for all the time. Like I just cannot stop wearing it. I actually wore it yesterday, got complimented 3 times in one day from wearing this scent. And I know for a fact that when I talk to people about this scent, they also tell me that they get complimented too. So keep that in mind. It is a fantastic compliment getter. To me, it's kind of got a vintage element to it, but also a modern element to it, which I really love about the scent is that it's got a familiarity like from your childhood, like you've smelled something like this before, but then it also has like a modern twist to it, which I think is just, it's just hits it out of the ballpark for me. The only thing about this line is that you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful with the longevity because they are so expensive. The Maison Christian Dior line is super expensive and the longevity can be quite disappointing. So just keep that in mind. But if you don't know how this smells, it's a beautiful rose patchouli scent. It's kind of got a fizziness to it. Yeah, I always say that. And actually yesterday, this guy was like, you smell like watermelon. And I totally get that. Like it does kind of smell a little bit a little bit like watermelony, but not really. It doesn't smell like fruit, but fantastic scent. Get on it if you like your more maybe vintage stuff, a little bit more sophisticated fragrances. This one is epic. Ooh, okay, an absolute classic right now. Mon Guerlain from Guerlain. Wow, like this fragrance to me, oh, it's just like the epitome of beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I've talked about this one a lot. Again, you can see that I've worn this one quite a lot and I get complimented on it all the time. And I'm not gonna lie, especially from men. There you go, especially from guys. I get the most compliments from guys with this fragrance and like 2 other fragrances in this list, which I will tell you guys. So Guerlain, Mon Guerlain, how does it smell to me? It's a beautiful, soft, powdery vanilla with some aromatic touches from the lavender. You do get the lavender in here. There's also tonka bean, but to be honest, I don't really get too much tonka bean at all. The vanilla, which makes it really sexy, which I think personally gives it like a really, maybe not sexy, but a very divine sort of fragrance. Like that's what I would say. This fragrance smells divine. So Mon Guerlain from Guerlain, I always get complimented when I wear this one. Again, doesn't have like the best longevity, but I really don't care. Okay, so we actually have another Christian Dior. And this one is Pure Poison. You can see I've worn like so much, oh wait, only half maybe. Pure Poison from Dior. To me, this is a very simple scent. It's simple, it's clean, it's beautiful, and I think that that's why I get complimented on it, because I think personally, I don't know why, guys really either like really clean, fresh sort of scents or really sweet sort of scents. Anything that's kind of like spicy or like powdery or ambery, like I feel like guys are kind of a bit like, but when you smell clean or sweet, I feel like that's kind of where you get the most, well personally from my experience, that's where I get the most compliments. When something's kind of, you know, fresh and clean or really sweet and girly, that's when I get my most compliments from men, just letting you guys know. So Pure Poison from Dior, to me, it's a beautiful melange of white florals, but I would say the most prominent is, oh, it's so good. Gardenia, orange blossom, jasmine. I don't get like too much of a sexiness, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's not like a sultry fragrance or something that I would wear like on a night out or nothing like that. But I would suggest to wear this on like a daytime date in the summertime. I think that it would kill it. Like you wear this and I think a guy would just be going all over you, because it does really smell clean, beautiful, fresh. And I really love it for that reason. So I was surprised actually with how many times I get complimented on this fragrance, but it is really great. I love wearing this one just like straight out of the shower. So Pure Poison from Christian Dior. We have here Chanel Chance Eau de Parfum. Oh, I cannot even explain to you guys how much I love this scent. Oh, to me, it's just so effortless, and I just love it. I get complimented on this one more from women, if I'm going to be honest, more from women on this scent. And this was my signature scent for quite a while. These were like my 2 signature scents for a long time. I'd probably say Gris Dior's like maybe still my like signature, but we're talking about Chance now. So Chance Eau de Parfum, fantastic longevity, great scent, great signature scent that you could wear all year round, summer, autumn, winter, spring. You could wear it all year round in any situation. I probably would suggest it more for the warmer weather, and I also would think it's not really like a nighttime, like sultry kind of thing. It's more like a fresh, beautiful, sophisticated sort of scent. It's got a lot of, it's like quite a, what's the word, you know, it's musky, it's very musky and spicy. It's got like pink pepper, it's got musk, I think there's jasmine, patchouli. Yeah, spicy, musky, and when it settles into your skin, and it also has a kind of like a citrusy sort of vibe to it as well, for sure. But when it settles into your skin, it really becomes one with your skin, and I think that that's why I like it so much. It really mellows out, and it just smells fantastic. So Chanel Chance Eau de Parfum, yeah, I really love this one a lot, and I do really recommend it as like an all year round signature sort of scent. I know Chanel's are a bit polarizing, but still check it out. Next up, we have Lancome La Nuit Trésor à la Folie. So this one is kind of like different, because you guys always know I loved the original La Nuit Trésor. I'm gonna be flat out honest, I don't wear that fragrance at all anymore. I still actually love it. It is still very like it's got a little special place in my heart because I wore it so much when I was like 18 and like partying and stuff. But I have to say, if I could only recommend one now, I like this one better. I'm not sure why. I think actually I am sure why. It's more rounded out. It's more creamy. It's a little more like sweet and gourmand, whereas the other one is more fruity, patchouli, intense, a little bit more like a Jimmy Choo by Jimmy Choo sort of fragrances. I would say they're kind of similar. They're the patchouli gourmand, but fruity and intense and punchy, whereas this one is more like delicious. So that's why I kind of like this one better. And ridiculous compliments with this fragrance, like absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, do check this one out. Like I said, it's got like tonka bean. It's got a little tiny bit of a fruitiness in the beginning, but it really mellows out into like this vanilla creamy sort of thing. Like a creamy tonka bean vanilla. It's absolutely delicious. So La Nuit Trésor à la Folie, get on it. Okay, so we have like a niche one, which I was looking at my collection of like my most complimented and realized that there was like hardly any niche fragrances in there, which maybe is a little bit telling. That designer fragrances are probably a little more mass appealing, obviously. But yeah, so my first niche fragrance is Maison Francis Kurkdjian Grand Soir. I love this so much. This was, oh Jesus, it is absolutely epic. Hands down, in my opinion, the best amber scent that I have ever smelled, period. Best amber fragrance ever. It's so full and complex, yet simple. It's quite a simple, like when you smell it, it's quite simple, but it's very complex at the same time, which I cannot explain what that even means. It's got benzoin, vanilla, it's warm, it's sweet, it's dense, it's a little bit powdery. It is just fantastic. I cannot recommend this scent enough. Men and women, I would go, both of you could wear it absolutely. And yeah, for me, it's definitely a fall winter sort of fragrance for sure. So Grand Soir from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I'm actually pretty sure like this would maybe be like my favorite from the house. So check it out for sure. I think that this was in my last year's list as well. My last like most complimented video. Look guys, how much I've nearly run out of my Shiseido Zen. This is easily hands down one of my favorite fresh fragrances ever. It is, for me, it is like my perfect fresh fragrance. That's it. It's not your typical standard like aquatic, like watery, fruity, melon. Like it's not like that at all. It's a really beautiful, sophisticated fresh fragrance. Very professional, very pretty, very likable, like 100%, and that's why it's in this most complimented list, because literally I get crazy compliments with Shiseido Zen. That's what I was saying. I feel like a lot of people, they're like really sweet or really fresh, but for me, I like everything, so it's kind of different. But if I could explain how this smells, it's kind of like a juicy, it's very juicy to me, like juicy, dewy patchouli. It has a lot of patchouli in it, but a really smooth patchouli, because sometimes patchouli can come across a little bit sharp and aggressive and I don't know, maybe just not very likable, but in here it's very smooth and the name is perfect, Zen. It puts me in a Zen sort of mood, which I love. It's got, like I said, a bit of like a juicy grapefruit note in there. And what else? Fresh and citrusy, juicy with that grapefruit, and it's just fantastic. So Shiseido Zen, I recommend this to absolutely everyone. And the best thing is that it's really, really affordable, so love it. Okay, where are we at? Oh God, you guys, this fragrance right here is like my baby. Like I love this scent so much. This is Fragrance du Bois Santal Complète. This, I got a question actually the other day. It was like, what's your favorite sandalwood fragrance for a woman? This right here is the best sandalwood fragrance, in my opinion. For women, I guess men, I would suggest men to test it first. But for me, this is a no-brainer for women. I've already said it before, it smells like crushed. It smells like fairy dust. It's magical, smooth, creamy, powdery, little bit of like this kind of sourness to it. Bit of a sweetness. It's just heaven. It's absolutely heaven in a bottle. I told you guys this is like one of the only fragrances that I'm taking to Cannes with me, because if you don't know this already, I'm going to the south of France like in a couple of days actually, which is super exciting, and I am taking this. Like I'm literally not taking like any fragrances, but I'm taking this because I know I smell fantastic when I wear this scent. There you go. So Santal Complete from Fragrance Du Bois, definitely check this one out. I am obsessed. Zara Rich Warm Addictive. My God. Addictive is absolutely the word that I would use to describe this. And I would say, going off scent, please guys, like please girls, guys, everyone, go and smell this fragrance and tell me if I'm crazy, because for me, this is one of the best like scents to my nose that I've ever smelled, ever tried. It's sweet, it's coconut, it's honey. You get like a tiny bit of tobacco in the very background. Like it's not, to me, it's not a tobacco scent. Like it's more like honey, coconut, vanilla, creamy, delicious, yum. Like it is so freaking good. Like just going, like I said, just going off scent, the scent is intoxicating. So this one is a huge compliment getter for me. Only thing is that it doesn't last very long, but just take it with you, top up. Zara fragrances are really cheap, so yeah. Actually just got a compliment on this one the other night. This is Yves Saint Laurent. My hair is just absolutely disgusting today because I washed it and it's just all flat. And any hairstylist is out there. Manifesto Le Parfum. Like I said, I just got to compliment this on... I'm trying to talk fast because there's so many fragrances here, but it's just not working out for me. Yves Saint Laurent Manifesto Le Parfum. Yes. Oh, this is so good. Again, this is kind of like a very one-dimensional fragrance to me. Like it doesn't have like an up, a down, a top note, a bottom. Like it's very kind of just, it just smells the same, but it smells fantastic. And it's not my personal favorite fragrance in the entire world. Like I could live without this. I might miss it just like a little bit, but I could live without this. But the compliments that I get are crazy with this one, like absolutely insane. Guys, girls, everyone. It's vanilla, benzoin, tonka bean. There's kind of like a little bit of a sharpness to it. Maybe like a little bit of rose or something. But to me, it's just fantastic. It's like a really great sweet fragrance. It doesn't smell, how do I explain this? Like I said, it's pretty one-dimensional, but it smells fantastic. And it does actually last really long. And it has a great projection as well, which I think is really good. So Manifesto Le Parfum, fantastic. Great compliment getter. Maison Lancome, Jasmine's Marzipan. Again, this is like a very clean, soapy floral. Yes, with like a bitter almond note in there. To me, like when I remember saying this many times to you guys, I always expected this to be like a Gourmand because it has vanilla and almond, but it doesn't smell like a Gourmand whatsoever. It's a clean, professional work, office, floral, jasmine, and soapy. That's what I get. Clean, soapy jasmine to me. Fantastic longevity and a massive compliment getter. The best thing about it is the longevity. I love that. I love that it's like such a great, fresh floral, like a really amazing fresh floral, but it lasts forever. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk about another Lancome. Obviously, this was going to be in the list. Lancome's Oud Bouquet. Oud Bouquet, I was looking at all my rose oud fragrances and I was thinking, okay, just pick one rose oud fragrance that is your biggest compliment getter. It's this. This is the best rose oud combination that I've tried. I love it. It's sweet, it's thick, it's dense, it's oily, it's just heavenly. So, oh my God, one or two, like honestly, actually not one or two, I'm an oversprayer. So I do like 3 sprays of this, 4 maximum, and it lasts all night. I get crazy compliments. Like I said, it's just heavenly. It's sweet, like I said, sweet, rose, syrupy, gourmand, a little bit incensey, just a little, and it's just fantastic. Huge compliment getter for me. Coco, my baby Coco. I love Coco Eau de Parfum. And surprisingly, I get so many compliments with this one. I always thought everyone like hated this scent, and like same with like number 5. I know there's like Chanel, like, you know, Chanel fans that like love it, but I never expected for people around me to love this scent on me, but they do. So it's quite strange, but I love this scent myself, but I was just never expecting people to be like, wow, you smell fantastic. What is that? I mostly get complimented on this one from like, maybe more, that sounds kind of stereotypical, but very like upper kind of scale people. I get a lot of compliments on cocoa when I wear it around people like that. Like I remember I went to a fragrance event and got complimented on this so many times. So yeah, cocoa for me is like when I want to be upper class, I want to be taken seriously, I want to smell fantastic and classic. This is what I wear, Cocoa Eau de Parfum. If you don't know, I've talked about it a lot. It's powdery, balsamic, sweet, spicy, fantastic for the fall winter season, but I just love it. It's like my little baby. Okay, so next up we have one from Mugler, and we have one of their less exceptions. This is Over the Musk, and look how much I've worn of this scent. It is literally almost gone. Oh, it's like literally the best musk fragrance I've ever smelled. It's musky, sweet. It smells kind of like little subtle marshmallow, like a little marshmallow vibe to it. It's a little bit powdery. It's absolutely divine. This is like an addictive scent to me. Like this is something that I find addictive to smell. It's more of a closer to the skin fragrance, yet it lasts a long time. So for me, I actually love mixing this one with Molecule 01, and like I said, skin scent sort of vibe, but it lasts a really long time on my skin. So love it, love it, love it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually gonna repurchase this one because I don't repurchase a lot, but this one I will actually, because I don't think I could be without it. Obviously, Delina from Parfums Marley. Now I have a funny story, like really quick. I'm trying to make this video like really quick because I don't want to be, I don't want you guys to lose interest, but I was wearing this the other night and I was in the toilet at this bar that I was just with my friend, and I went to the toilet, obviously went to the toilet, and then got out and, you know, did all my little things, you know, you touch up your little face and everything, spray on my perfume, and literally 4 girls swarmed to me that came out of the toilet. One was washing their hands, and they all said, "What the heck, smells so good." And there I am going, like spraying my Delina like everywhere. And they were like, holy, like going crazy for this scent. And they were all like, oh my God, that is like the best smell ever. They all started following me. I don't know, hey girls, if you're watching, they all started following me, and I gave them all like little spritz, you know, on all of them. And it was just so funny. Like, and that's the impact. Honestly, with my experience, that is the impact that this fragrance has on people. Like I said, if you've seen it many times, it's rose, peony, very girly and plush and floral and feminine and a little bit fruity, and it has this kind of powderiness to it and a bit of a sour rhubarb note. But on your skin, it just really comes off as like this girly, pink, floral, fresh. It's just fantastic. So Delina from Parfums de Marly. Again, like I said, this is the other bottle that I've like almost finished. So we have Floral. Yeah, this is like one of the best gourmands that I've ever tried. When I first tried it, I wasn't like overly impressed, if I'm gonna be honest, but then I started wearing it and I was like, wow, I am in love with this fragrance. I am absolutely in love. This is, to me, it smells like orange, spice, cookie, vanilla. Delicious. But there's definitely like a prominent kind of orange vibe to the fragrance, which I think that's why I love it so much, because it has a balance. It's not one-dimensional, which I have a lot of like one-dimensional gourmand fragrances like Mazzolari Vanilla and Tihota from Indol Paris. They're just like vanilla. They're just gourmand. That's it. They're just one note, one scent. But this has like the spice, the orange, the vanilla, the cookie vibe. And I just freaking love it. So definitely get on this one. This one has my tick of approval when it comes to gourmands. Like, I would take this over Fève Délicieuse by Christian Dior any day. I would take this one over that any day. Almost there, guys. 2 more fragrances. Mugler's Alien, still massive compliment getter for me. I love wearing this one like at nighttime when I want to feel like a little bit like promiscuous. No. when I want to feel like bad girl, I like wearing this one. So for me, this is like an ambery, indolic jasmine scent. Very, very sexy. You will either love this scent or you will absolutely hate this scent. So give it a try. It does have a really synthetic smell to me. Like, it just does. Like, this scent to me just smells like kind of synthetic, but I still j'adore it. Like, I will never not have Alien in my collection. Fantastic. When I want to feel sexy and I'm not entirely sure what to wear or who I'm appealing to or anything like that, I just grab Alien because I know I feel sexy and everyone else thinks that I smell very, very, very amazing. The final fragrance that I have here is Initio's Rehab. Oh my god, you guys, stay tuned. I'm gonna have an Initio. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna have like an Initio video coming out very soon after I get back from south of France. Initio Rehab, my little baby. This is just heavenly. It's so smooth and kind of subtle, creamy, sandalwood. There we go. My camera just stopped recording. Okay, where was I? Initio's Rehab, like I said, this to me, this is a really peaceful scent. It's smooth, it's creamy, it's got a bit of a freshness to it. It's got a sweetness, an aromatic touch from the lavender. It's kind of a little bit musky. It's just heavenly to me. Like, I'm not really sure if it's just me that thinks this, but like when I smell this fragrance, my eyes just kind of roll back in my head a little bit. And it's just, oh, it is so, so, so good. For men, for women, for everyone. It's definitely not like a super obnoxious scent, like loud and projecting. But to me, the scent itself is fantastic. And like I said, loads and loads and loads of compliments on this one. Especially in more like closer situations, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, so do remember I'm having my first ever meet and greet in New York City on November 5th at the Parfums Boutique. And I just can't wait to give you guys a hug. You girls, guys, everyone, I want to give you guys a massive hug and just thank you for your continued support, because you don't actually understand how much it means to me. Because it really, really does. You guys have a huge impact on me and my life, so I really would like to thank you and give you a massive hug, like I said, and have a chat, have some champagne, get a little bit tipsy. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye.